In this video, we'll talk about switch statement. Now let's see what exactly switch is with an example. So let's say I have a number which is 2. Now depending upon the number value, depending upon this num value, I want to print this letter in a word. So let's say if I say it's 2, then the output should be TWO2. If this value is 4, so the output should be FOUR4. Now that means I need to check for the number first. Is because this value can be anything. It can be 2, it can be 6, it can be 8, or it can be 9. So we are going from 0 to 9. Okay, so we'll keep a range of from 0 to 9, and depending upon the value, we should print in a word format. So currently it is 2 now. So first we need to check. So when you say you want to check something, you have to use if. If my num is equal to 0, then what I will print is I will say system dot out dot println and say this is in double quotes, this is 0. If not 0, then else if I will say num is equal to 1. If this is the case, I should be printing it's 1, right? So instead of 0, here we'll print 1. And same goes when you have, we'll just copy this code and we'll say for 2 and for 3. So we'll say it is 2 and this is 3, and list goes on, right, till the last. So we'll say this is 2 and this one will be 3. Now if I run this code, the output we'll be expecting is 2, right? So we'll say run as. I'm not reading the complete code. We'll check for this first, and the answer is 2, right? But let's say if I pass a value which is let's say 3. So if I run this code now, so run as Java application somewhere here, yeah, and the output is 3, right? And if I complete the code, I can type any number, maybe from 0 to 9, I will get the output. But only focusing on a number and then executing a statement. Instead of this, we can replace the code with the help of switch. Now how to use switch? Instead of writing all this statement, just mention here as switch, and this switch will take a value which is num. Now depend upon in switch we have to mention something called as case. So depend upon the case, if your case value is 1, or we'll start with 0. If your case value is 0, then you can print a statement. So we'll say system.println, and then you can print here it as 0, right? Now if it's not 0, then we can just copy the code which is for case 0, copy, and we'll say paste. We'll say paste. We'll say paste. So if this is 1, then which will print 1. If this is 2, we'll print here 2. And if this is 3, we'll print here it is 3, right? And we can do it till last. We'll say case 4, case 5, case 6, right? Now if my value is 1, so it will jump in this switch statement. It will check for 0, and then we'll say okay, num is not 0. Then it will come out. It will go here, case 1. Okay, yeah, num value is 1 and my case is 1. That means I will print 1. Simple. If I run this code, let's say Java application. Oh, the output is 1, 2, 3. We are not printing 0 is because we started with 0. We started with num, which is 1. So it's not true. It's going here. It's going here. It's checking for 1, and it got 1. The problem is once you got the case, it will flow with the case. What I want, once you're done with the case, it should come out here. That means we have to write break after every case so that it will jump outside, and that's why this break is called a jumping statement. And after here also we'll say break. Okay, now if I run this, run as Java application, the output is 1. If I change the value, it has 3, the output is, let's say 3. Simple. But let's say, uh, by mistake, if I write 30, and if I try to run this code, the output will be nothing. You not got any output. It's because we don't have any case as 30. So in this scenario, we can define a default case. Notice default case, if none of the case matches, it will go to the default case. In this, we'll say system.out.println, and we'll say invalid input. So we'll say invalid input. And now this time if I run this code with the value 30, the output is invalid input. Simple. So this is how you have to use a switch statement in Java.